Well, hi everybody. I am here to do a fun project with you that I think many of us struggle with, and it's how to do covers for our journals. So I'm a guest designer for Pink Monarch Prints. My name is Pam. I'm with Silver and Sparkles, and I hope you enjoy this project. If so, feel free to hop over to my channel and check out some of my videos as well. So let's get started. Today I'm going to use two of the Pink Monarch Prints kits. So these images and papers came from the classic Christmas Pages kit, which will be linked for you in the description. And then I'm also going to use some bits and pieces from the new Christmas add-on kit that's out. So that's one of the newer kits that you might be thinking about. So this isn't all of them, but I've got quite a few ready to go and we can use to decorate our journal toppers. So what I did was I printed several of the pages from the kit. This is a portion of one, and a lot of them have a beautiful image. So this candy cane, Christmas tree, bells. This one was like right in the center of a page. Ornaments, these were up in the corner of a page with a variety of different backgrounds. So I went ahead and cut some out because we're going to make some with these, but then I collaged. So I used then some of the other papers to just make it nice and special. I also used a piece of the red baker's twine that came with the new product drop Pink Monarch had, and I believe they're gonna do another one in time for Black Friday. So if you didn't get in on ordering some of their beautiful papers, and there was twine and all kinds of elements, stickers, all kinds of fun things, I think there's going to be another chance. So these are some of the things that I received from that drop and haven't used yet. I didn't do an unboxing, but man, the products are just wonderful. And if you do want to see those, Anna and Elena did some great videos showing you some of the products. And then Bobby with Precious Memory Boxes, she did a whole unboxing of her order and what she received. So you could go check those out. All of those are on either the Pink Monarch site, or I think you have to go to Bobby's to see her unboxing. Anyway, I digress. I used some of the baker's twine. I used one of the stickers from the Christmas stickers, the definition of candy cane, and then a few pieces from the add-on kit. And then let me show you how I plan to use these. So this is just a small journal that I'm working on that obviously needs something to make it a little more special and extra. So something like this would look really pretty. I could run, you know, more twine or a ribbon under there and do a bow closure. I could also just use this on a page in my journal, right? So these are great for either purpose, and I think they're going to be fun to make. So I always kind of get to this point and I'm like, okay, what am I going to put on the front? So we're going to make a few options and we'll just show what they might look like on this as a sample. Okay, so, and we'll just use whatever to help decorate. So I want to do several. Let's see. Let's do this Christmas tree because I just think it is a gorgeous. So again, once I fussy cut out the large images, I had papers like this left over just from, I think this is actually part of that tree where I cut it out. So I want to collage and layer on top. And of course, how big you make yours will depend on the size of the journal you're planning to use it for and what you want it to look like. So I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to remind myself how large my journal cover is. It is 6 by 9, so I definitely want something that will fit in there, but also have that pretty red paper show around the edge. So I'm going to do just a hand tear to get an edge. These I tore, these edges I either cut or I tore with my ruler. So we'll do one like this. And when I'm collaging, you guys, some people talk about like having a formula or something. I definitely like to have multiple elements and contrast to layer. So for me, I kind of just have to lay things down, move them around until they look how I like them. But I definitely like having kind of a neutral or something in the background. Here I used one of the other papers to get a nice contrast, and we can also use, if we want to, if there's pieces big enough, elements like this, if we want to get a little more contrast. So we'll see what we come up with. Let me find a piece that has a little more of this type of print on it that I think will stand out behind the tree. And this actually is from the page the tree was cut from too, which will be good. And I am just using my Walnut Distress ink here. I think giving a little bit of ink to the different elements will help them pop as well. And obviously I'm wanting mine to have a very junk journal-y, rustic kind of look. If you want yours to have a cleaner or crisper look, maybe don't tear, maybe cut a little more precisely, and decide what you think about the inking. So lots of choices. I'm probably going to do this in a similar fashion and have a strip, even though the print then will be going sideways. I think I'm okay with that. And I just want to, again, make sure I like the size. I do like the size and how that's looking. I'd already done one with a strip to the left, but you know what? I like it like that. So I think we're going to go back to that with this one as well. Okay, and do I want this too? I think I'm going to use some smaller elements. So let's look and see what we have. This circle is a pretty image, and that might give us a nice contrast too. And if I do end up using it on this cover, we have that lovely, it's almost just a lighter of the same shade, which is great. Railway to the North Pole. This is similar in color too. I might like this one better. There are so many little bits and bobs in this kit. So fun. All right, if I don't use that one with the tree, I can definitely use it with another one. So again, when you're collaging, you can, I'm not going to attach this to the cover yet, but you can have elements come off of the edge and it really looks nice that way too. Let's peek at our stickers and see if anything jumps out at us. There's some pretty ornaments and greenery here, but the thing that jumped out at me was this rectangle, and it says believe. So we're talking about the North Pole. We have believe. So I think this is looking good. I don't want to get my glue accidentally on my cover right now. So I'm going to start laying my elements down, and we have, of course, the paper we're collaging onto, but right now I have 3 elements, and I do like, when possible, to do odd numbers. Every once in a while I don't, and because it looks really good and it worked out that way. But if you're new to this type of collaging, odd numbers help. Help things kind of work together. All right, I'm gonna let this tree hang off just a little bit right there, but I don't want glue on that part of the tree. So that will help me not to glue it if I hold it with my thumb there. So I hope you guys are enjoying all the fun Christmas projects and all the neat things. Like I said, I was really excited about the new papers and everything that Anna and Elena have put out. So fun. So I'm sure I'm going to be making something, those 8x8 paper packs. Oh my goodness, we can do some fun one-page wonders and different things like that soon. So, okay, here is the believe. And I think it's going to just kind of layer on my tree like that. And there are also these little pieces that just look like little torn strips of paper. And they're fun to also just add underneath or hang off of the edge without having to have a whole nother huge piece of paper to get that effect. And I might like it on this side. Yes, I do. So we'll just add a little bit of glue right along the edge and get those polka dots peeking out. There we go. Just a little peek of a polka dot. I like that. I do want to put some of the baker's twine, and I think the red is calling my name again. Now this is something Elena showed in one of her videos. They aren't cut, but if you just cut a little slit, the top of the cardboard that the twine is on, you can then do this and it won't unravel on you. I thought that was just like a very good pro tip, and in case you missed it, I wanted to share with you that that's what I did. I have gotten to use these much. I've been on vacation and just got back, and I've been so excited to dig into all my new goodies. So this was the perfect project to work on today, because I'm definitely in the holiday mood and definitely wanting to use some ribbon. So I was thinking maybe on one of the packages, put the little bow, just to give it a little bit of, I think it's that one right there, a little bit extra. And I'm just going to use one of these glue dots. You can use like a Fabrifix kind of glue or hot glue or something like that to glue these down, but these little glue dots work really well for me. I just kind of bunch it up on there. I don't know if you guys can see. And then smush it down. There you go. All right, let's see how this one's looking. I think it's going to be great. And again, whichever one I end up putting on this journal, if I use it on this journal, I will probably put, like, let me grab, I have some of my seam binding ribbon that I've dyed. So if I just were to put a little bit of this under here like that, attach it, and then we could have a pretty little ribbon closure for the journal. Wouldn't that look pretty? So many options and ideas to use these toppers. So that's one. So now we have this one, and we have the candy cane as an option. Let's do at least one more. These ornaments. Oh, so the ornaments, I thought this would be fun to build again, another little collage with those up in the corner. But I do think I want to, I think I still want to put something neutral behind it. Let me see if I have a piece that's going to work. No, it might be pretty. It might be pretty just like that. But my whole point was I was going to do these collages. Now, here's one. I haven't cut this tree out yet, but this might work. Give us a little bit larger piece. So let's do that. I'm going to just tear it with my ruler. And then I need to get this white strip off. And I'm going to just eyeball about how wide I want it. I think I'm going to go to about right here. Okay. And again, use yours based on the size of the journal, you know, you're creating something for. So I'm going to do a little bit of distress ink. And I had an idea with this one that I've got this really thin gold, it's like twine, and I've had it for a long time. I think I got it on Amazon years ago, but it's really thin and pretty, and somehow do some little, maybe a little bow on each of these ornaments to make this nice and special for a journal topper. Let's see what we come up with and see if we like it. Now again, this could not be backed. I think that, you know, it would be really pretty, but I'm going to put it on this piece of paper so that I have it to use in that way. trying to decide if I want to trim it a little bit small. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because I can always cut that off later if I want to. All right, I'm going to be careful with my cover because I like seeing the cover underneath to get an idea of what it's going to look like. You certainly can just sort of have an idea of the size that you think would work, and then have some of these on hand if you're making several journals as gifts, and then you'll just have something really pretty for the cover or for some of the inside pages. Nice. Okay, let's look at some of the elements here. It's a nice little piece of holly. This is cute. We might be able to do a little bit of this tag. I think it needs a little bit of a torn edge, some ink. So don't be afraid if you see something you kind of want to work with. If you know, it's okay to change the size and the shape and do a few little different things. So this little piece of holly, that is really cute. I used my Cricut to cut these fussy cuts out. And like I said, this isn't even all of them from the kit. But every once in a while, see that tiny sliver, depending on how well you line up the page onto the mat. Sometimes you have little pieces like that you have to trim off. It still gives my hands a little bit of relief, not doing all the fussy cutting by hand, but I do a lot of my fussy cutting by hand just because I like to. But I cranked out, I turned the Cricut on today to help me a little bit. All right, do I like that there? Would I like it maybe underneath more? I do like that pop of color. I think I'm gonna bring it over the edge a little bit. Put this element here. I'm thinking a number or something to give it a little more of a feel, but that's not the right one. So we'll keep looking. We have no shortage of little labels and numbers. And there's also a lot of these fun little tabs. I'm gonna have so much fun with these. Tickets. Thinking this one. And I actually think I'm going to tear it too, like that. And I might do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, it's time to move that for a moment. I'm going to start gluing some of the pieces down just to help me kind of see how this is going to come together. So I'm going to add glue just along this edge, put our little strip on. And again, make yours however you want. If you want to make yours like mine, you certainly can, but don't feel like you have to make yours look exactly the same. I'm just going to tear these numbers down and make them a little bit smaller. A little bit grungier. Yeah. Okay. Then there were also sticker options for some of these numbers too. If I can't make this do what I want, we may resort to a sticker as well. Okay. I think I'm going to skip the stickers for this one. Let's go ahead and stick these down, and then I'm going to play with the gold twine and see. I think it's going to really make those pop. Okay. So again, kind of like I just did with the baker's twine, I'm just going to tie a few little bows. And sometimes this is so thin, I will double it, and it makes the bow stand out a little more. We'll see. I may want it to be the super, super delicate, but let's see. Kind of like the double strand. Oh, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. Pulling it. So sweet, right? So see, that's what I'm thinking. So one on the big ones, definitely. So let's do another one. And I have attached these bows just with some of my art glitter glue. You have to let it dry, of course, but it'll grab right on and hold. So that's how we'll attach these as well. Okay. Ooh. And if you have like, I think any really good quality wet white glue, like if you have the Bearly Arts or probably some of the better PVA glues, they'll probably work too. You can experiment and find out. All right, so we'll put one, let's just go ahead and do all 4 of the ornaments. And this is where, again, I'm not going with the odd number because there's 4 ornaments in this image. There's actually more. I think these are ornaments too. At first I thought they were berries, but the main images we will do this way. It would have been fun too. I was just looking at this. I could have brought pieces of this down, but we'll save that for another day. That's probably a little more than I want to do right now on camera because I think that'll take quite a bit of fussing. You know, maybe we'll skip putting a bow on that one because I kind of like the 3. And that one's a little bit tinier anyway. Okay, so this is, let me get my art glitter. This is art glitter. That other one was not. So I'm just going to put a nice drop, push it in, and you just have to let it dry. But it's going to do great, and it's going to be so pretty on these ornaments with these bows. So this is just one of those really simple projects to hopefully get your juices flowing on how you can use paper packs in a different way. These pages, of course, are beautiful to use as pages in a journal, but it's also fun to see some of the different things you can make with them. Let's see if we have something. I was thinking I might like a word. So, okay, decorate goes with this because these are ornaments. Just thinking it might look cute. Yeah. So it's almost like we have a little bit of a banner going in there. So I need to let those dry, but they're going to stay on there nicely. And then that's what this one would look like on the journal cover. It's a little bit wide, but it might go on a different journal cover better or just on a journal page, right? Okay, I'm going to set that one aside. And the other one that I got out was this lovely bell. And again, I took my time and I think I did a good job cutting it out. But this is one, I don't know, I will probably do something kind of similar. Let me see how long we've been going. We can go a little bit longer. Let's do this one too. Won't that be fun? Let's do it. Let's do it. It'll only take me a few minutes. So now I don't have as many of my neutral pages left because I've been using them. So we're going to definitely let this one kind of hang off and maybe even turn it sideways. So let's tear it a little bit on both sides. So we'll have torn edges. Finger tear. Okay. Do I want it like that or do I want it like that? I think I like it like this. Okay. So much of this is going to be covered up by the bow. So I'm not going to worry about that white core of my paper showing too much. And we're going to put it just like that. And let's find something under here. Ooh, isn't that cute? Jolly. I was thinking to have it be the layer under here, but I don't want to cover up Jolly. I love that. All right, it's going to go right there, like it. And then maybe a peak of plaid. Do we want a peak of plaid coming out? I really like that red plaid. Maybe something like that. That would look cute. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. So if you guys like to make your own kind of ephemera pieces and things for your journals, drop a comment and let us know. It's one of my favorite things to make. I love making tags. I love to collage. Like I said, I love using, the journal kits to make journals, and I make a lot of journals. But one of my favorite things to do is to look at the papers and to say, okay, what can I make with that is just completely different? And I enjoy the challenge. Okay, we're gonna kind of make sure we get this layered kind of fun, some different ways under and over. No, I think I like that under there. Oh yeah, it's gonna look great. Set that aside so I don't accidentally get it messed up. So I think I need to lay this piece down first. Ta-da! And then we will get the bell. I am going to bring it over just a little. And a lot of this is going to hang off. So I'm going to just worry about if I need to add a little more glue along this edge in a little bit, we can. But I don't want to get glue all over my workspace. Let's see how I did. I did well. Okay. And then this piece, I sort of wanted, I left it up enough. I sort of wanted it to slide under there just a little bit and have those berries come out. So I think I left it loose enough that it will do that. And again, we can always add a little more glue if we need to later. There we go. Cute, right? So now I can just lift this up just a touch if I feel like it needs some glue on those edges. There we go. And same here. But I think I did pretty well. Just a little bit. Make sure, especially this is going to go like on a journal cover. I don't want the different layers lifting up. How cute is that? This might be one of my favorites. Do we need a number? Do we need a sticker? What do we need? A piece of ribbon. Maybe we haven't used the green baker's twine yet. Let's tie a little bow with the green and find a place to put it. So sweet. And these are not the colors that came together on the ring. I think red was on one and green was on a different one. And I knew I was going to want to use red and green, so I just moved them around. But there's a nice set kind of different shades of blues and greens and then like neutrals. And I think red was in with the neutrals, which is great because it's nice having one you can kind of pop a little bit of color with. Right there with the bell. It's a little big. Why don't I make these a tiny bit smaller? Very cute. I promised you guys this was going to be a quick and easy, and I think we're doing pretty good. Another thing that would be fun on these, and I may, if I have them on my desk, I'll do a few drops. If not, we won't. But would be to use like some liquid pearls. Let me see. Oh yeah, here. I have this one. I don't know, it's like a goldy brassy color. And maybe to just add, let's see if I've got a pen. It's a little stopped up. I haven't used it in a while. All right. Let's see if we can get it to come out. So if you guys haven't worked with these, they come in different colors. So like I said, this is kind of a gold brassy one. That one just kind of did not come out like a nice little circle like the others did. Now, one nice lady left me a comment on one of my videos when I was using these because I was getting these peaks like meringue. And she said, just tap the paper, and guys, it works. They're perfect. They look so nice. And it gives these a little bit of a it gives your project a little bit of a 3D effect. So I'm going to go through and put those in. And you just tap it. I don't know why it works, but it does. There's probably like an engineering reason that works, right? Or physics or something. There we go. And so I use this one a lot. And then this is probably my favorite one. It's like a pearlescent white. And this one is fun to do, like, it'll be pretty in the center of these white poinsettias, to just add a few dots. And again, I tap it so it doesn't have the meringue peaks. You can also use it like if we want to highlight the berries already have the little highlight on them, right? But we can go through and do really tiny dots on those berries. That'll be pretty. And sometimes less is more, right? But now that I've started down this path, I went ahead and I put a little dot on the ones that they had already highlighted on the paper for us. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. It definitely needs to dry, but I love it. I love how it turned out, and I think it's going to be beautiful on one of my Christmas journals. So let me close this, and then I'll remind you really quick, show you what we made. Get this out of the way. Here's the ornaments. Their bows are still drying. And then I had done this one off camera, the candy cane. I love that one too. I love candy canes. And then the Christmas tree. I don't think I can pick a favorite, everybody. These are just wonderful. I hope you like them too. If so, leave a comment and let us know. Anna and Elena, thank you so much for having me and giving me the chance to work with your beautiful papers. All right, have a great day, everybody.